All right, guys, here we are at Fit 406 Boot Camp. I'm Greg Dickey. You guys already know Dr. Catherine Dietrich with Discrete Reductions. Today, what we got is a 20-minute absolute leg blaster for you. All you need, I know you see a bunch of equipment sitting back there, but that was from the first workout you did this week, chest and back. This will be the second workout you did. This is purely just body weight specific leg stuff. So if you watch the first video, you kind of already have an idea of the algorithm and the timing that we're going to use. But if this is your first workout, what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 sets of 2 different exercises. So we're going to do 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to do each one of those 2 different exercises 4 times with that superset. So 8 rounds in total for each set, but we're just going to do 4 times per exercise. As before, when it comes to all of these exercises, especially with body weight specific stuff, do not get it in your head if you can't hit that 40 seconds like Kat is going to the entire time. I'll show you guys modifications in between, certain things that we can do to tweak. Mostly though, at the end of the day, when it comes to body weight, leg specific stuff, the only real modification there's going to be for most of these exercises is just angulation and how deep you go into stuff. If you can't drop down into the pocket, I like to call it, with the squats as far as Kat can, don't let it get in your head whatsoever. So again, we're going to go 40 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest, 4 times going back and forth between these 2 exercises. And then we're going to have a 35-second break in between each one of these 3 rounds. It's going to be just over 20 minutes. So I hope you guys brought your energy. I hope you brought your fire. Make sure you get your water, your towel right now. Have it right beside you so you don't have to pause the video and then go back. That's going to be the biggest antithesis of today, is try as hard as you can. Don't pause the video unless somebody's ringing the doorbell, your kids are crying, something's bothering you. Ultimately, I don't want you to pause the video unless it's for absolute good reason. So the first 2 exercises that we're going to do, we're going to get your legs nice and warmed up with a plyometric specific exercise, and then a yoga specific exercise for you yoga lovers, just so an isometric hold so we can build that lactic acid and develop that confidence for later on. So the first 2 exercises, we're going to do what's called a 1 1/2 air squat. So basically that's going to be, you're going to drop down, come up halfway, then explode up. Drop down, come up halfway, then explode up. We're going to amp it up just a little bit as far as the speed, but just for the integrity of the drop. Now, like I said before we actually start the timer, modification specifically first, if you can only go down to right here, and this is your half rep, that's totally fine. If you can't jump, that's totally fine as well. So just make sure you drop down as far as you can, get a little half rep, then come up. If that's all you can do, that's totally fine. We all started somewhere. We got to continue to grow as we progress. We've been working out with Kat for a long time, so she's super strong. So the Ferrari that she's got built up, don't worry if you're starting off driving a Subaru WRX like I've got sitting outside right now. They've all got an RPM meter and they all can get up to top peak. Doesn't matter how built up that engine is. So there's a difference between being stopping and being done. Make sure that we're done and we're not just stopping. Kat, you ready?
Ready.
You ready at home? All right, once this timer starts, we don't stop it. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, Kat. There you go. Down, halfway up. So what she's doing right now, if you guys see, she's utilizing her hands as a little bit of an extra assist and a drive through that jump. So Kat, just to make it a little bit harder, try to keep your hands in one spot the entire time. There we go. You feel a little bit more engagement through those legs. I do want you to start using your arms again, though. That way we can stay fluid and consistent. What's cool about utilizing your arm is you get a little bit higher into that jump. When you swing into it, you can get a lot more of a pop through those legs. Fast twitch, slow twitch muscles. That's what we're going to be working on today. Good job. All right, now, we're going to switch, and you guys at home, to a crescent pose. So we're going to drop back down. Make sure your knees over the top of your toes. We're going to raise our arms straight up. We're just going to hold that position. Good job. So what I'm going to have Kat do real quick is she's going to wiggle her toes in that front foot. Now, right away, you guys couldn't see it at home, but what happened is her knee drove back ever so slightly to make sure her knee was over the top of her toes. That way she's driving and initiating through her glutes when she pushes through that heel. I want you to bring your arms up, squeeze them together. Right there, you guys, again, couldn't necessarily see that at home, but she has a neutral spine now. She's keeping those arms up. She's keeping everything tight. Kat, how's that feel? Lactic acid is building up, sister. Good job. Make sure you keep that integrity. Keep it tight. Good job. So we started on her left leg. So we're going to switch back to 1 1/2 air squats. So then the next round we do the crescent pose, we'll switch to the right side. Or if you started on the right side and you got to switch to the left side for the next round, that's totally fine. Good job. So again, I talk a lot about this when these workouts, when you guys watch these things, don't worry about it if you can't get to the actual 40 seconds. Once you get to the point, say it's 10 seconds, say it's 15 seconds, say it's 5 seconds, say your legs are already fried, that's totally fine. Take a little break, grab some water, let the video keep playing. Then once the time frame for this exercise stops, be ready, be focused, be engaged, get ready for the actual crescent pose. You guys are killing it at home. I'm proud of you. Keep grinding, keep pushing. There you go, Kat. How those legs feeling? Oh, they're feeling tired. Plyometric power. All right, so start on her left side with her crescent pose, and now she's going to switch to her right. So again, make sure that leg is right out in front of you. Drop down as far as you possibly can. Try as hard as you can to get your knee parallel and in line with your hips. And raise those arms straight up. Stay focused, lock and engage the entire time. Now, modification for this is to lean forward. If you're feeling lower back pressure, take that pressure off your back by leaning forward. And if you don't have the leg strength quite yet to get that deep, go right here. I still feel this through all of the actual muscles that I'm working, through my quads, through my glutes, through my hamstrings. Couldn't see my hand there, through my hamstrings. I can still feel this, but it's just a little bit easier. Easy doesn't always mean that it's not working for you. Easier just means for that time frame. All right, now we're switching back to the 1 1/2 air squat. So I don't want anybody to think me using the word easy at home means that any of these exercises are ever going to be easy. When I say easy, I mean easier on you. Ultimately, getting deep down into these exercises takes time, takes consistency. Now, if you're on Kat's level, I expect you to be leaping off the floor just like she is right now. I expect you to be deep into those lunges. I expect those arms to be super high up. But again, you're not there yet. That's totally fine. Everybody starts at a certain point in a certain level. That's awesome. The hardest part is just walking through the door, walking through your bedroom, hitting play on the video. Ultimately, at the end of the day, fitness is about giving yourself the best workout you possibly can do day in and day out, whatever that level may be. Awesome job, you guys. All right. You get your left leg, then your right leg. Where are we going now, Kat?
Left leg.
Left leg again. See, she's still got some wits about her. She's still got it upstairs. More often than not, when we start exercising, the blood flow starts going into all different parts of the body. Good job, Kat. Bring that knee a little bit further forward. Drop those hips down. Scoot that leg a little bit further back. There we go. Bring those arms up. I'm putting Kat through the paces today, you guys. We're getting after it. Awesome job, Dr. Catherine. Perfect job. Make sure you keep breathing too. So all of our exercise today, and Kat's going to tell me exactly how it feels in a second when I describe, is we're working on plyometric power for the first exercise. So we're going to be loading and exploding, so fast twitch muscle fibers. Then we're going to be doing a lot of contractual hold specific exercise to allow that lactic acid and that strength to build up. Good job, Kat. 1 1/2 air squats. You ready? All right, ladies. 2 rounds left. This is it. And then we switch to step back lunges and a wall sit. So I lied to you at the beginning of the video. For our next set, what we're going to need is a wall to sit up against. While Kat's doing that, a wall sit, pretty sure most of us are familiar with it, but all it's going to be is you're going to be down on a wall with your shoulders back and your legs parallel to the ground. So we're not going to be up here. We're going to be down at 90 degrees. Awesome job, Kat. Way to grind. All right, Kat, I got to put you through the paces. Let's go a little bit further down. Let's get deep into that squat. There it is. There it is. If you can get that kind of depth, that's what I'm looking for. If you need to modify it, but Kat's going to get after it right now. Good job, Kat. All right, right leg. This is it. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Right, sit, breathe, breathe, breathe. Focus and intent. You see that look on her face? Kat, take a look in the camera right now. How do you think your form is? Yes. See it? If you watch the chest and back video that we just recorded a little bit ago, that's one thing that I want you guys, if you've got one at home, put a mirror in front of you. Set up your camera, set up a phone, set up a laptop like we've got set up right here. Watch yourself. Because immediately when I asked Kat to spot check and form check, wanted to see if she would flip the script, and she did. She cleaned it up. Good job. Here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1. All right, hit 35-second break. Grab some water, towel off. Big deep breath. So the first exercise, very simple. So both feet close together, alternating back and forth. We're going to drop down. We're going to do step back lunges. Now, again, if you can only go down to right here, that's totally fine. That's still initiating, engaging through those quads, through your glutes, through your hamstrings. What I'm looking for with Kat is a deep knee touch lunge right now. And then our second exercise is just going to be a wall sit right there. I don't know what we're going to do. Me and Kat might play patty cake. we might rock, paper, scissors. I don't know what we're going to do. Good job, Kat. There you go. Chest up, shoulders back. Now with this exercise, pretty self-explanatory, but you want to try to drop that knee down as far as you possibly can. But the most important thing is you want to try to keep a neutral spine throughout all of these exercises. What I mean by a neutral spine is making sure you don't round your back. The second you round your back, get into these lunges, there's going to be a big hunch forward as we're going down, which is destroying the integrity of the actual exercise we're doing. So again, with a mirror, with a phone, with a laptop, anything that you can put out in front of you, it's going to be phenomenal to make sure you've got your shoulders back and hips out as you go back and forth. All right, wall sits, you guys. Make sure you get to that wall quick. It's going to feel good with that cold wall up against your back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Kat, I'm going to have you scoot your feet back, 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 back. So we're looking for with the wall sit. It's tough to see if this angle on the camera right now is a perfect 90-degree angle. So you want your legs, when you're up against the wall, to look like this. You want a straight line from here down through your legs. Kat, how are legs feeling? Oh,
I'm tired.
How we feeling, Kat? Talk to the kids at home.
Pretty good. He's tired and out of breath. That's where I should be for this point in exercise.
Exactly. What are they looking for at home with this kind of workout?
You really want to feel this in your quads. You want to make sure to keep your hands off of your quads. Don't keep them close.
Perfect job. All right. Stand up. Oh, there we go. Normally I have to help Kat. Her legs are too strong. I don't have to help her off the wall anymore. So I like what Kat just said. So we're going back into the step back lunges now. I love what Kat just said. That's something that I kind of spaced, but I love that she pinpointed. When you are down in your wall sit, one of the things that a lot of us like to do is rest our hands on top of our quadriceps or lean forward, drop our elbows on top of the quadriceps. Now what that does is that actually takes contraction off of the intended muscle that we're trying to work by virtue of your nerves, your central nervous system is firing those muscles to be tight and contract hard. So if you push up against them, it relieves the tension that your nervous system has to put on that muscle actually contracting on its own. So it makes it significantly easier. So like Kat said, dangle your hands, play patty cake, have Kat tell you stories, call her up, put her on speakerphone. Awesome job. 3, 2, 1, down low. Perfect job, Kat. You know how to play patty cake? I don't know how to play patty cake either. I could just
learn.
Yeah. What Kat just said, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna be a dad here pretty soon, so I better learn how to play patty cake. Patty cake, baker's man. I'll just do this. I know at some point you're supposed to roll something up and do something else, but so the fun thing and the reason behind why I was just chit-chatting like that, if you've got music at home, you've got a spouse that'll sit there, hang out with you, especially with these stagnant exercises. I like to talk to clients. I like to get them talking. It takes the pressure and the intensity off of these stagnant holds. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, Kat was more than willing to use the hand to pull up that time. Her legs are fried. That means your guys at home are too. Good job, Kat. 3, 2, 1, go. Deep step back lunges. Now, one of the things too, especially with this 40-second interval, got plenty of time to do a bunch of reps. You have plenty of time to initiate and engage the proper muscles for these exercises, not to just fly through it. That 40 seconds is going to come and go regardless of how fast you're going. One of the things that I really like to emphasize with all exercises when it comes to actually contracting through the muscle is fluidity. You guys will watch a couple of these videos now. If you watch the chest and back one, you watched the one we did a couple months ago. Fluidity is key. If you watch Kat, as she's going down, she's continuously coming right back up. So watch, as my arm goes down, she's following that continuous drive. All right, Kat, wall sits. So Kat, I'm gonna have you tell me a story when you're doing a wall sit. Tell me about the best tropical vacation you've ever been on.
Best tropical vacation was my honeymoon to Jamaica.
Ooh, honeymoon to Jamaica.
It was first time I'd ever been to Jamaica, which unbelievable. Just the beaches and the people are so nice and welcoming, and we ended up going to a sandals resort, which for the first time, and it was amazing.
All inclusive, right?
All inclusive.
Heck yeah.
Really, like adults only was great. Would highly recommend it.
Good job, Kat. 3, 2, 1, up. One of two things just happened right there, guys. Not only did you hear a fun story about Kat's first tropical workout, she wasn't working out. Her first tropical vacation took her mind off of the actual 40 seconds she was holding up against the wall. And even though it's goofy and you guys might not care about it, but you got to hear a little bit of a story while you're holding that wall sit. Not just sitting there in agonizing pain. Again, with all of these stagnant body weight exercises, talk it up, play some music, jam it out. I'm a goofy guy. Whenever I do stagnant exercises, I listen to a lot of hardcore metal music, even though I don't know how to drum. I sit there and pretend like I do. Feel like I've got pretty good sitting there in my car, drumming around. Awesome job, Kat. Chest up, shoulders back. So she's keeping that spine integrity the entire time throughout the fluidity of all of these step back lunges. All right, Kat, let's get after it, sister. Last wall sit. Last one at home, guys. Last wall sit.
You should tell a story.
I'll tell you a story. So I've talked to Kat and I've talked to her husband, her ear off the entire time. One of the things that I love to do is challenge myself, and challenging myself through fitness, through whatever it comes at life. Long story short, I've been terrified of heights my entire life. 36 years old, never had any intention of getting into skiing, riding lifts, getting on steeps, meaning the steep pitch runs, getting up to the top of Grizzly Peak. Year and a half ago, I made this choice and a decision that I want to get over that fear, riding the lifts, being terrified of heights. And now that's all I can think about. With this 103-degree weather day, I can't wait for a powdered anthem headlines. All right, good job, Kat. There you go. That's a story for you. All right, next 2 exercises. So you don't need a plate. Grab a book, grab something that maybe has 1 inch to 1.5 inches of upward give to it, so you can step on with just your heels. I don't know if you guys can see that at home, but I'm stepping on this plate. So our first exercise is just going to be what's called a cannonball squat. So our feet are going to be what's called plied out. So they're going to be slightly angled out. We're going to drop down and drive up. You can go a lot further down in these squats. And then our second exercise, going back to stagnant, just going to be a squat hold. All right, Kat, let's get it, sister. Let's get it. Chest up, shoulders back. Kat, even though your legs are fried right now, with that angulation of your heels being up and you putting pressure on the forefoot, how much further can you drop down into the squat?
Significantly.
It just adds a lot more of a contraction through your glutes versus your quads when you angle those heels up. Perfect job, Kat. Look at those quads in that video. Quadzilla came to do some workouts today. Good job, Kat. Keep grinding, keep pushing. So this is going to be a bear. We just ended with wall sits on our last set. So our next one, we're going to do just a stagnant squat hold. And the big thing that I'm looking for is integrity through the hold. So if you can only go down to right here, that's fine. Just make sure your back's up. Don't lean forward. Don't punch that back. Perfect job. You guys can see in the video, even from this angle, her quads are parallel to the ground. So what I mean by that, you want to drop down right here. You don't want to drop below. That's a resting position. You want to be right there locked in. But if that's too much, drop down to right here. But if you notice, at no point in time are Kat or I leaning forward. When you lean forward, it gives this false perception that you're going far down into a squat. I'll show you what I mean. When your back starts to get tired and your legs start to get tired and you're doing a bunch of squats, all of a sudden you'll lean forward. Wow, look at this. I'm going so far down in my squat. My legs barely move because I'm just angling my upper torso so far down. Cannonball squats, Kat. Cannonball squats. Good job. Plie out. Perfect job. Knees out. Hips down. Perfect job. Keep grinding. Keep pushing, Kat. Proud of you guys sticking with it. One of the things, too, this timer at home, if you guys want to download this and do some of your own exercises at home, if you look up on Apple Play or Android, iOS, the Android app, whatever it is. I'm old. I don't know that stuff anymore. But this is called a Tabata timer, and it's very, very user-friendly as far as plugging in the times and what you want to do to structure one of these workouts. And if you hate the timer and you don't like seeing how much time you left you've got in a workout, just put a piece of paper right over the top of it right here, or a piece of tape. That way you can just go off the bells and the dings. Hold, Cat. There you go. Quads parallel to the ground. All right, if everything's tired, Cat, I'm gonna have you sit up just a little bit higher. That's a little bit better, right? Takes a lot of the pressure off your quads. One of the things I like about what Cat's doing right now too, big misconception when it comes to bending over, when it comes to a lot of different exercises, is when you start to get lower back pressure. There's a big confusing point when people think that they're hurting their back. Your lower back is a conglomeration of muscles just like any other part of your body. So when you start utilizing them, you're going to feel a lot. One of the things where she feels this right now, more so than even her glutes, is probably her lower back, because she's keeping that integrity, keeping her shoulders peeled up and back. Now, if she was to get sloppy down here and arch forward, she would start to feel that in her back, but not in a good way. This is how you start to impinge your lower back. Not here. This is how you strengthen your back. So how you do that within these squats is you pull your shoulders back, kick your glutes out. One of the things I like to tell a lot of clients when I'm training them in person, as if they got kids, pretend like your kid came up behind you, threw a rope around your waist and pulled as hard as they could. You'd instantly try to catch yourself from here. You wouldn't catch yourself here. You'd catch yourself right there. Your body has this very cool natural self-preservation mode. So keep that in mind as we're doing these squats, as your legs start to get tired. And again, modification for most of this stuff is just angulation, being a little bit higher within all of these sets. Cat, we're almost done. Woo. Kids at home, we're almost done. This is the time frame within these workouts I like to call the burnout. So the last few minutes of this workout, give it everything you got. Push yourself to the brink. Meaning, Cat, sink down further, sister. There we go. Look at that face. That face does not suggest that we're doing anything easy today. Some people will tell you, oh, you're not weightlifting. Oh, we're not doing anything too tough. That is beans. That's for the birds. Body weight stuff is a great foundational way to build yourself up to not only feeling confident in your skin, but to be able to feel confident with your range of motion, to be able to feel confident moving weight around. Get that integrity of your body weight specific exercise before you jump up into trying to lift heavy. Awesome job, Cat. Way to push, sister. Way to push it home, you guys. We only got 2 exercises left. 1 set of cannonball squats, 1 set of just a stagnant squat hold. There you go, Cat. Now, so we bamboozled you a little bit. Cat's really strong with these cannonball squats. And if you're strong at home, I keep talking about if you need to modify. If you're strong, if you've got a lot of muscle integrity like Cat, give me some 1 1/2 reps. Instantly, we just elevated up a little bit further. And if you've watched all the way to the end of this video and you felt like I've not given you difficult enough exercises, rewind, start it over, and start doing 1 1/2 reps within all of the exercises that we did where we weren't staying stagnant. How those legs feeling, Cat? All right, last set of the day, you guys. Let's get after it. Let's keep those squats low. Let's keep it drive heavy. Let's stay with it. Stick with it, you guys. 3, 2, 1, go! There you go, Cat. Hold fast, stay strong. Stay focused, stay engaged. You guys can't hear it in the video. She's breathing. And what she's doing with her breathing is she's making sure it's intentional. What I mean by that is she's not just breathing. What she's doing is allowing all of that oxygen to get into the bloodstream that's necessary to make sure that integrity stays tight within those muscles. Focus and intent. There you go, Cat. Come on, stick with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. That's that. We're done. Awesome job, you guys at home. Hopefully you're feeling good. We'll get this camera down now. So I hope you guys stuck with it. Hope you tried to pause the video as little as possible. Cat, how are we feeling?
Very good.
Got anything you want to tell these guys at home?
For people with knee problems, there's a big difference between building up your quadriceps and feeling the discomfort that comes with that, which is usually up here, if you guys can see this, versus a knee pain, a true joint pain, which is going to happen right around here. So if you're getting a lot of like a discomfort or like this is very, very tired and sore, that's very normal as you're doing these squats and building up your quadricep muscles, which is going to stabilize your knee, versus if you're getting it here really down lower and then it's in the joint. So be just aware of that as you're doing exercises, and that It's up here, we're just building muscle.
And that's a great point to make, and I'm just going to capitalize upon that. Kat has had meniscal surgery, words are fun, surgery on her left knee, correct?
Correct.
So, and over time, obviously after that meniscal surgery, got to write that time, there was a lot of weaknesses in your knee, correct?
Yep.
So it took time to build that up. So if you've got any sort of injury, whether you've had, you've been scoped for an ACL, MCL, LCL, any of that kind of stuff, meniscal tear, over time, if you just focus on exactly like Kat said, you're going to get a lot of muscle fatigue, but don't confuse that, like Kat said, with pain.
Yep.
Now, again, to counteract that, if you actually have pain lower, can you right down in your knee, right about there? I look like a weatherman right now. Right down in your knee, that's totally different. And then we'll get into, not dropping down as far into certain exercises and stuff. But I love that point, Kat. That was good. All right, guys, I'm Greg Dickey with Fit 406 Boot Camp. This is Dr. Catherine Dietrich with Discrete Reductions. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Get after it. Let's go.